Pioneers are explorers. Pioneers are innovators. Pioneers are leaders. We are Marietta College. We are pioneers. Find out how you can become a PIO at www.marietta.edu.
Coming up today on NewsCenter 15, a giant red spoon that was stolen from an Arizona Dairy Queen was located.
And an April Fool's Day lottery ticket turns in an enormous jackpot prize.
We'll have all these stories and more. NewsCenter 15 starts now. Good afternoon and welcome to Tuesday's edition of NewsCenter 15. I'm Hunter Withrow.
And I'm Ben.
Topping on news this afternoon. A giant red spoon that was stolen from an Arizona Dairy Queen was located and returned on Monday morning. Michael Foster, who is a 52-year-old, says he was outside playing Pokemon Go when he spotted the spoon laying up against a fence. He said the first thing he did was snap a picture and text his wife, "I have found the spoon." Local authorities were notified, and shortly the big red spoon was strapped to the top of a police cruiser and delivered back to its original home. Dairy Queen branch owners Raymond and Puha Carla said they were grateful to see it returned, as replacing it could have cost up to $7,000.
Australia becomes the latest country to ban TikTok from all federal government devices. Many countries, including the U.S., Canada, New Zealand, and Britain, have taken similar steps towards the popular social media app recently. The ban is only effective on federal government-owned devices and does not apply to the general population. TikTok's Australia General Manager Lee Hunter stressed that there is no evidence to suggest that TikTok is in any way a security risk to Australians, and he asked that TikTok not be treated differently than other social media platforms. The general assumption is that these bans stem from political bias and false narratives.
Let's take a quick look at the current conditions.
Here to provide a first look at the weather is Landon.
Well, after Easter, it definitely feels a lot like spring outside. Very blue outside, very blue skies. We've got mostly sunny conditions today with a high of 73. Right now it feels like 65 degrees outside. This is probably the warmest week we've had in a while since the month of April began. We've got a high UV index of 6, fair air quality and a pollen level of 4.4. That's to be expected with all the blooms and flowers and buds springing out. The winds will be running around 5 miles per hour today in no particular direction. Could be willy-nilly or could be none at all. Humidity will be roughly 25% today, and you can definitely tell we're in spring right now because the sun rose today about 5 to 7 o'clock in the morning and will be setting right about 8 o'clock this evening. So yeah, the days are getting longer and longer, and as the week continues on, we're going to be experiencing some consistently warm temperatures, and that's great now that we're in the thick of spring. But we'll talk about that in a little bit more detail and how that will affect your, and how these warm temperatures will affect your weekend when I return later on in the program for the 5-day forecast. But until then, back to you guys at the desk.
An April Fool's Day lottery ticket turns into an enormous jackpot prize. Earl Lape, a 61-year-old former mechanic from Dubuque, Iowa, won a $40 million jackpot on his Lotto American ticket. He says at first he thought it was a joke, but once he confirmed he won with a convenience store clerk, he was convinced. Lape chose to take his winnings in cash, which ended up being $21.28 million. He had chosen to take his winnings in annual payments. It would have amounted to $40 million. Lotto American is only played in 13 of the 50 states and offers smaller prizes than Powerball and Mega Millions, but what it does offer is slightly better odds. Those odds to 1 in 26 million.
The Associated Press defines a mass shooting as an event where 4 or more people were killed, not including the perpetrator. These events are becoming even more common in the United States as another mass shooting took place in Nashville this past week, where 4 people were killed. The event marks the 15th mass shooting in just the beginning of 2023. This is the most to start a year since 2009, when there were 16 events before April 16th. In the past year alone, there have been mass shootings in 10 of our 50 states, many of which have multiple instances, including California, New York, Illinois, Tennessee, and Texas. With all of this going on, gun control has become one of the most divided topics among Congress and politicians across the country.
Coming up, joyous Holy Week celebration around the world.
And Bunny joins police force for real.
Stay with us.
Hey, this is Kevin Love from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right now, many of us feel anxious. Mindfulness can help you ease those feelings. My nonprofit is partnering with Headspace to offer free content to help you stress less. Head to kevinlovefund.org/headspace.
Here's to the straggly ones, the first ones. Hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones, and the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
The Yuba City Police Department, about 40 miles north of Sacramento, announced that Rabbit's promotion to the rank of wellness officer just days before Easter Sunday. Officer Percy lounges at the police department during the day and is a support animal for all, the department wrote on Facebook Wednesday. The Easter Bunny could not be reached for comment. Case closed.
A Delaware mall shooting left 3 people injured and forced shoppers to evacuate as police investigate. Delaware State Police said authorities do not have a suspect in custody in the shooting at the Christina Mall in a northern community near Pennsylvania. We can confirm that there are 3 victims who were injured by gunfire and transported to an area hospital for medical treatment, police said in a tweet. There are currently no public safety concerns at Christiana Mall and the surrounding area. The mall would remain closed Saturday evening, police said in a statement. Police asked people to keep away as authorities investigate, but set up a reunification site at the north entrance for those trying to locate someone. Additional details were not immediately available.
From dressing as Roman soldiers in Antigua, Guatemala, to carrying palm fronds on the streets of Lagos, Nigeria, Christians around the world are celebrating Holy Week. For millions of Christians, this week between Palm Sunday and Easter, known as Holy Week, is the most sacred time of the year. It's the week Christians commemorate the Passion of Jesus Christ. The week began with Palm Sunday, where Mass at the Vatican was celebrated by Pope Francis in St. Peter's Square, the day after he was discharged from the Agostino Gemelli University Hospital in Rome, where the Vatican said he was treated for bronchitis. In Bolivia's highland regions, artists gather for an annual event where they built sand sculptures based on Bible stories. Members of the faithful in Brazil wore tunics and hoods to take part in the procession of souls.
A relaxing retreat just steps back from the back door. Count us all in. Outdoor home spaces serve a lot of functions, but soothing refugee is one that designers say is in high demand. Aromatic plantings, romantic arbors, a meandering path, a yoga platform, plunge pools, an outdoor shower, and comfortable furniture that can stand up to the weather. The outdoor living trend has been building for the last decade, but it got a major bump during the pandemic. In response, manufacturers have made huge investments in products and materials geared towards outdoor living.
Coming up next, a look at experiences happening with the Marietta College Sport Management Program.
We'll also get the latest news from Hollywood.
And the Easter Bunny has brought some week's worth of warm weather with him this Easter Sunday, but next Sunday we'll be experiencing some rain. Tune in for the extended forecast after this.
Where are we?
We are at Marietta College.
This is where we live at Marietta College.
When kids need medical care, they face life-changing experiences. They miss out on the things that make being a kid fun. Starlight Children's Foundation programs entertain and inspire hospitalized kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
Marietta, a place some people call home.
A place of athletes.
A place of discovery.
A place for the future.
Your plan.
Your future.
Go Pios.
Once again, the students of the Sport Management Program at Marietta College will be volunteering with the Savannah Bananas World Tour, this time in Charleston, West Virginia.
This job shadow will allow for students to work directly with the Bananas organization in a variety of different areas and build experiences in the sport industry. The students will head down to Gomart Ballpark, home of the Charleston Dirty Birds, on Friday next week, and they look forward to a weekend in Banana Land.
Here to give us a look is our own Marissa Milham.
Experiences are endless if you put your mind to it. For Marietta College in the Sport Management Program, students are allowed for multiple different opportunities through job shadows and internships to find that passion, to find the job they've always wanted to do. And for me, I have allowed me to find different passions through facilities and the media. In my one role, my internship with the Western and Southern Open, I was allowed to have this experience of translating different things that I've learned from my classroom experiences as well as on-campus jobs and correlate into facilities and operations. Moving along into Boca, this shadow allowed me to have a full week in Florida working hands-on with the media, teams, and events. And this allowed me to find a passion for the media relations aspect of sport. And if it wasn't for the shadows, I probably would have never found that passion. Now transitioning into one of the best experiences with the Savannah Bananas. You work in a variety of different roles and meeting a variety of different people and hearing their start, but really being part of that hands-on experience and that fans first experience. And if it wasn't for the shadows, I wouldn't have found my love for the industry. And remember, Marietta College Sport Management, where young professionals get their start.
Thanks, Marissa. Have fun with the Savannah Bananas. I'll be there with you. This Saturday, April 13th at Don and Sue Shalley Field, right down the street, starting at 11 a.m. is the annual Baseball Community Day presented by the Sport Management Capstone class, along with help from the Sport Marketing course and some volunteers. There will be free food, drinks, t-shirts, and free admission to the doubleheader versus the Quakers of Wilmington College. During the game, the students from the Sport Management course will be implementing in-game promotion for the fans. First pitch is scheduled for 1 p.m. Up next, a peek at two new films, one that looks at Michael J. Fox's stardom and his Parkinson's disease. The second reveals the world of competitive gospel youth choir.
Grant has the details in today's Hollywood Minute.
Back to the Future's Michael J. Fox tells us in his own words his story, including the years that followed his Parkinson's disease diagnosis at the age of 29. The film explores what happens when an incurable optimist confronts an incurable disease. Still, a Michael J. Fox movie premieres May 12th on Apple TV+. And the new cinematic musical event movie Praise This, about a young woman with dreams of being a superstar, drops 5-time Grammy nominee Chloe Bailey into the world of Atlanta's competitive gospel youth choir. Praise This is running now on Peacock. That's it for now with today's Hollywood Minute. I'm Grant. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks for a look at Hollywood, Grant.
We'll head to Landon now for a look at the extended weather forecast.
Well, as I've said, we're going to be experiencing a fairly consistently warm week of warm temperatures. Now, as you can see in the northern area of the country, they're still experiencing some lingering effects of winter because, you know, it's colder the further north you get. As you can see, the tri-state area of Washington, Idaho, and Oregon are experiencing a mixture of rain and snow. And as you can see here in our neck of the woods of the Mid-Ohio Valley, we're experiencing a relatively calm day today. No harsh winds, no overabundance of clouds, no rain, no sleet, nor snow. So yeah, it's going to be relatively calm today, and also for pretty much the rest of the week. That'll continue on as the temperatures will start climbing with sunny conditions, with an expected high of 76 on Wednesday, climbing up to a high of 78 on Thursday, and a low of 49. So the nights going forward are going to be increasingly less chilly, and that's going to remain consistent going on into Friday at the beginning of the week with mostly sunny conditions and an expected low of 56. So the nights are going to be getting warmer, and the weekend will continue with some of the sunny weather starting to dissipate with mostly cloudy conditions. And then Sunday, we're going to be experiencing a drastic drop down thanks to an abundance of rain showers, dropping the temperatures down to an expected high of 70. So cooler, but not super cold. So yeah, this past Sunday was a great time for the Easter Bunny, but not every Sunday can be joyous and sunny. But we'll talk more about what could be in store for the remainder of the week when I return later on at the end of the program. So until then, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Lennon. When we come back, Colton will have the latest in the world of sports.
Stay with us.
James Brown and Bill Cowher welcoming you back to the Midnight Snack Run.
This is one tricky obstacle course.
He's reaching, but he pushes it away. He's approaching a plate of iced cookies. He blows right by him.
Oh, the fridge.
Looks like he's headed for the soda. Wait, he jukes left, grabs the water bottle.
Now he's just got to get out of there.
Look what dropped from the sky.
Don't do it, Dennis. That's the way you execute a Midnight Snack Run.
Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Marietta College, home of the pioneers. A small town on the Ohio River with a tight-knit community and tons of opportunity. Find a home here at Marietta College. Bring forth a pioneer.
What are we gonna do? Ta-da! All right. Come on, every pony. Woo!
Liza, I just love how ponies are better together.
Me too. You know, same thing with Girl Scouts, Kamiko. Every day they make each other shine a little brighter.
And they make the world around them a better place. So join Girl Scouts.
And be a part of the friendship and magic.
We're back with Colton for a look at sports.
Tell us what's been happening, Colton.
I'll give you the rundown now. Getting to the play-in tournament probably wasn't the goal of any team when training camps opened back in September. It does, however, beat the alternative. There are 12 teams with playoff sports right now, 10 teams whose seasons are over, and 8 teams with a second chance. The play-in tournament starts today with Atlanta going to Miami and Minnesota visiting the Los Angeles Lakers. With the winners going to the postseason, Oklahoma City goes to New Orleans and Chicago visits Toronto on Wednesday for elimination games. Loser goes home, winner moves on to face the loser of Tuesday's games in another win-or-go-home contest. The Golden State Warriors set a new NBA record with 55 points in the opening quarter against the Portland Trail Blazers. Led by Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, the Warriors broke the previous joint record of 51 points scored by the Charlotte Hornets against the Milwaukee Bucks earlier this year, and the Warriors against the Denver Nuggets in 2019. The Splash Bros were at their irrepressible best, with the Thompson torching the Trailblazers and dropping 5 3-pointers in the first 5 minutes of the game. As a result, Klay entered an exclusive club of players to hit 300-plus 3-pointers in a single season, joining Curry and James Harden. Free agent wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. has signed a 1-year deal with the Baltimore Ravens. The deal is reportedly worth up to $18 million, with $15 million guaranteed. The 3-time Pro Bowler missed all of last season after tearing his ACL in Super Bowl 56 while playing for the Los Angeles Rams. During the Rams' postseason run, Beckham Jr. caught 21 passes for 288 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Super Bowl champions. In his career, Beckham Jr. has played in 96 games, tallying 531 receptions, 367 yards, and 56 touchdowns. That's all I have from the world of sports. I'm Colton Abate. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Colton. Joining us at the desk is Landon for our last look at the weather.
Well, for a good chunk of the rest of the week, we're experiencing relatively warm temperatures. This is definitely the warmest week we've experienced in the month of April so far, with consistently high temperatures ranging from about highs of 76 to 78. But then come on Sunday, we'll be experiencing a bit of a cool down to 70 with some rain showers. So not every Sunday can be cheerful and sunny like what the Easter Bunny brings us every year. But hopefully you'll join us Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon 30 and 6:30 for WCMO NewsCenter 15. That's all for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you later for our last show on Thursday. Have a good afternoon, everyone.
Meet Candace. This senior basketball player loves to spend time hanging out before class with her best friend and education major Shelby. Shelby knows the best place to study is at the Kalaki Cafe, where she can compare notes with baseball player Ryan and get a great cup of coffee too. In the off-season, Ryan tries his best when he's shooting hoops with broadcasting major Gage in the Dyson Baudo Recreation Center, home of Fenton Court. Gage, as producer at WCMO 15 News, runs the control room, where he shows the ropes to Mary, a junior volleyball player and advertising and public relations major. Mary loves to spend her free time drawing down at the Herman Fine Arts Center, where her sorority sister Madison majors in studio art. Madison meets up downtown with junior rower Katie. Downtown's where you can get beautiful river views, specialty stores, and the best root beer in Ohio. Katie heads back to campus just in time for a class in the Rickey Science Center with who else but Candace. So take a look around. Here at Marietta College, we're all connected. We are family, and we are all pioneers.
So there you are. It's flu season, and you're over 65 like me. You might be forgetting something serious. Your annual flu shot. The flu can be life-threatening, especially if you have chronic conditions like diabetes and heart disease, which can worsen with the flu. The immune system weakens with age. Ask about a flu vaccine option made specifically for us. Visit ncoa.org/flu to learn more and talk to your doctor about vaccine options for people 65 and older.
My Marietta.
My Marietta.
My Marietta.
My Marietta.
My home away from home.
My stepping stones for the future.
My Marietta Network.
My performing.
At Marietta College, the professors are here for you more than just your classes. They want to help you succeed in both school and your career because they really care about you as a person. And that's why I can call my professors my friends. And that's why they're part of my Marietta Network.
I enjoy being here at Marietta College with all the kind of things that you get to do with mass media. You get to work around with the community, whether it be the elections that happen or with sports. You get to work on radio and format your own kind of show, whichever way you'd like to do it. And you even get to work on live television here. I mean, there's nothing more you could really ask for if you're interested in broadcasting or doing anything that involves mass media here at Marietta. It's a fun experience and I love it.
Marietta College provides me with state-of-the-art facilities. Also, while heading to class, it is like taking a stroll in the park. I've absolutely fallen in love with the campus.
In Marietta College, everybody cares about each other. We all say hi and smile when we see each other. My professors really know me and they care about my success. And I get to perform a lot here at the theater, and I get to sing, and I get to play in any bands that I want to. It's great.